Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new episode of Entrepreneurship Lab. This is your host, Nevena Bajalac, entrepreneur, business owner, global business and sales strategist consultant, and coach. And I love having you here on my podcast where we talk and share experiences, interview other entrepreneurs so you can grow your business faster. And today I'm going to be talking to you about packaging and pricing your product and services in a good way so it helps you scale your business and it helps you reach those financial goals that you have to have and targets that you have in sales. Now, a lot of people, when they come, especially startup entrepreneurs, they're very confused. What is the price point? How much they should be charging? And I want to start with saying that charging and price point really goes hand in hand with branding your services and branding your products. So you have to ask yourself, are my product or services luxury products or services? Who are they for, right? Who is my niche? Who is my target audience? Who is my ideal customer? And am I having, for example, if you have a clothes, are you a brand that's, affordable for everyone, or you're a luxury brand? So you have to start by really deciding where do you want your brand to go. If you have services, it is very important that at the beginning, let's say you're a consultant, coach, therapist, chiropractor, and you're just starting. Very often what people do, and this is a mistake, is they go and they look how much other people are charging. So they are saying, oh, I'm doing this field, so I will charge a little bit less. You have to understand that charging less and being cheap also puts your brand and your service as not high quality service and not high quality product. So of course, we learn over the years that buying something that's expensive doesn't always mean quality. So people are aware of that and they want to check. And that's why it's important that you have a lot of testimonials, a lot of people talking about your product or service so they can see the value in it. However, we want to understand also that we don't want to underprice ourselves because this will diminish and reduce the value about our service and product. One of the mistakes that a lot of especially service-based entrepreneurs, let's say, who have some kind of service, like I said, massage therapist or a chiropractor, consultant, coach, life coach, and so on, they start charging by hour. And you have to understand what happens when you're just charging per hour is that there is only limited number of hours you have in a day, in a week, and there is only a limit on how many clients you can have. So your business cannot grow much. Also, what happens, let's say you're a life coach. I work with many coaches out there. When they price per hour, the people will come and say, well, let me book 1 hour and let me check and see, and then I will decide. So you have to also explain now having packages that are not based on hour, but based on certain value, what they're going to get in that package will change everything for you, because you're going to explain to those people, if you're a personal trainer, if you're a life coach, you're going to say, well, having 1 or 2 or 3 sessions will not do anything for you because we need certain amount of time to reach your goal, to reach your result, right? I always say you're not going to hire a personal trainer and say, I want abs and I want 3 sessions, right? Nobody can build you abs in 3 sessions. So we are aware of that because it's a physical body and we know it takes time. With coaching, for example, it's not so tangible, but people sometimes want to test. So you want to tell them, in order to change the habits, in order to change your, let's say, mindset, if you're a mindset coach, business, if you're a business coach, it's going to take some time. We need to look through things. We need to go through things. We need to work. And this is now on you to make a decision. What is the minimum period of time you work with people? You can say, let's say, for example, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So now you can repackage things and include different options in each package so you have that covered, and it's not just number of sessions, but really the value and results and return on investment they're gonna get. Okay, if you have products, we have to understand that with repackaging products, not just selling, let's say, one product at a time, it's going to be very hard for you to scale because you will always need people, just many people to buy that one product. So repackaging can change everything in financial, revenue wise and profit wise, because now you can sell more to less people and have different price points. So I'm going to continue talking about this. And I just want to invite you to please share this episode, download it, subscribe to the podcast, tag me in your stories that you're watching, listening, and what is your biggest takeaway from this podcast, because we want to really put practical things in this podcast so people can learn and avoid a lot of mistakes that I did and many other entrepreneurs did. So let's go back to the packaging and pricing. Ideally, you want to have different tires. This depends on your business. Different option, different tires. If you're in a product, you can have different quality products, right? So maybe you want to have entry level where something is, let's call it cheap, under $100, under $500. And it's very easy. It's going to be easier for people to purchase because it's not high ticket. We call high ticket usually something above $2,000, $1,000 or $2,000 is usually already called high ticket. And then it goes up to $500,000, million, and so on. So there are really different prices for consultancy and different levels of services that people are providing. So when you look at your packaging and your tires, you can also look, I always invite my clients to think about complementary. So first tire is complementary. We don't want to say free, but complementary. What is something that you can give to your clients and customers that is in a way free, but it's not your service or product, but it's something. So can you write a brochure? Can you write a guide? Can you have a newsletter? Can you have a Facebook group? Or maybe write an ebook, right? Podcast. So you want to have something that's going to allow you to give value to your listeners, to your followers and strangers who come but never purchase your product or service. So what can I give them that even they haven't bought from me yet? They haven't bought my shampoo from selling beauty products. They haven't bought my products. They haven't hired me as a coach, whatever it is. What can I give them to break the ice so they can learn more about my product? They can learn more about my service and also build trust because I'm giving them value. So I want you to start thinking about that. What can I do complementary to build this relationship with clients? Okay, then we move on to what is my next tire? What is something that people really want, need, that I can price point a bit low, but it's going to be very easy to sell? What is your best selling? What is something people are looking for? And can you create something that is, let's say, cheap, under $100 or $500? So it's for people, it's very easy to pull their credit card and pay. Okay, and then we can move to different options in packaging. If you're in service, right, like I said, different programs, different master classes, different group programs, one-on-one programs, and so on. So you want to repackage these so they go up to high ticket and you can easily reach your financial goals. If you have a product, one of my clients who makes vegan cheese, I remember when we worked together and talked together, we looked into repackaging. So how can I repackage, instead of selling one individual piece of cheese, into making a platter for other occasions? Now, repackaging is not just to have something to price, more and be more expensive, because of course, including more options and having a more expensive package is now help you reach those financial goals. But another goal is to repackaging so I can always go to my existing clients and customers and offer them something new, right? Why do you think they make promotion? Now it's promotion for holidays, buy two get one free, or buy 3 and get 20% discount. Now I'm repackaging and going back. Oh, I invented something new. I have a new product. I have a new taste of my product. So you constantly have to innovate and invest and then repackage so you can engage those old customers in case they stop buying from you, right? So repackaging and pricing plays really, really, really important role. And I think if you haven't worked with someone to how to repackage and look, and you just went out there and say, well, this is what everyone else is charging, I will charge the same, you're making a mistake, because you haven't looked into your brand. You haven't looked into, you know, what exactly you want to create. You haven't looked into your target and financial goal, what I want to reach, how much is the revenue and how much is the profit I want to keep. And if I want this profit and this much revenue, then, and I'm selling a, you know, $5 product, how much I have to sell. So you need to reverse engineer, and you have to break down your goals, and then see how can I repackage, have a different departments, have a different options, expand the market, and reach to existing and old customers with something new, innovate. So now I can continue getting purchases. All right. So I want to keep this simple, but ideally you want to have 3 to 5 different tires, and you want to say, okay, this one, we are selling this much. And if I'm selling a $10 product and I want to make a million, right, you're going to just see how many customers I need to have for $10 product. If I'm selling something for $1,000, right, how many times I have to sell it to get to 100,000 or to get to a million. So you want to do the math depending on your goal, and then say, let me repackage, let me have different options. So it's easier for people, it's easier on that customer journey when they don't know me, starting with something complementary, and then repackaging, inventing, increasing my prices in a certain way to reach my financial goals. So I'm going to keep this simple, and I'm going to keep this episode short, but I want you to really think about it, and look into what you already did and how can you change and transform that. And if you need any help, click the link below. There is a website, there is my course as well, where you can learn how to get your clients organically without paying ads. And reach out to me on social media, my website, book a discovery call, and we can look into your packaging and see how we can change that. All right. My name is Nevena Bajalets, and thank you for listening. Thank you for being here at Entrepreneurship Lab, and I will see you in the next episode.